Welcome to the Nick and Jeff show. I've got the lovely Nick here.
Hello, and I'm with the handsome Jeff.
And you oh, thanks, Nick. We unfortunately weren't together and we couldn't watch the direct at the Nintendo Direct in February at the same time. So, Nick, I've watched it all without you. I made my own video, but we haven't reacted together. We haven't discussed it. Yes. So that's what we're here for. We're here for the Nick and Jeff show /podcast to talk about the Nintendo Direct. You can always watch us on YouTube and you can listen to us on your favorite podcast platforms. Nick,
what is your drink of choice? Did you have a drink?
Actually, you know what? I have already had one.
Oh, what'd you got?
And it's a vodka and soda pine lime.
Oh, I have a John Boston golden ale. Let's listen for that sweet, crispy open. Oh, yeah.
I think it's the first time we've officially said we're drinking on the show.
Smooth.
Refreshing. Not sponsored.
I'd love to be sponsored.
Let's start with the biggest story first. Well, that's the most important one. The thing we all were expecting.
Yes.
The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Well, we know it was coming, but we know now we know it's really coming. Does that make sense?
I mean, so to follow on from our podcast last week, you said you wanted that 3-minute E3 awesomeness trailer. Do you think that's what this was? I've got it playing now.
You know what? I didn't love the trailer. Like, it was fine.
Neither did I.
The music was the same.
Yes.
Like I feel like cool. I saw gameplay, right? Cool. There's the Banjo-Kazooie carts now.
Yep, I saw that.
Bolts carts, but like, I feel like the trailer probably wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And I feel like that means they're gonna show more, and I don't want them to show more.
No, yeah.
But it wasn't quite enough, though, was it?
No, it gave, I mean, I guess people analyze it this way we sort of, as we'll play it throughout the course of the podcast, but I feel like it's just not enough. It just kind of looks like Breath of the Wild, but a little bit more going on, which I guess that's what it is, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like there wasn't enough hype in the trailer, if that's, yeah.
It could have been better. So, there's probably lots to unpack. Like, Zelda's probably dead. I reckon your theory is right. The Tears of the Kingdom is because Zelda is gone. She's gone in the first 20 minutes of the game, probably.
Yeah, well, it explains why she's not around in any other footage in the trailer apart from, like, where they're underground.
At the start.
Like, they're under the castle or something, and then he's, like, you see it at the end of the trailer, he's, like, diving after her and reaching after her with his normal arm.
There's no shrines, Nick.
Oh,
well, no footage of shrines.
Oh,
and I reckon everyone's theory about like the Zonai people or whatever. Like, I don't know if you really got into this, but in this sort of jungle-ish vibe area where the humidity seemed like it was hot, there was all these ancient Zonai ruins. It wasn't really fleshed out or said much, but just people have theories, and the green matches all the Zonai stuff.
Oh,
and when it's just like, lend Link your power, and then the steel case picture, or the picture of the steel case is all like probably that tribe of people,
right?
Whatever that is.
I'm thinking
anyway. That's just crazy theories.
Well, I have another theory that sort of come into mind. We talked about it, whether or not it was Ganon as the enemy, as the main villain of this game, and we're not sure.
Yeah, the voice didn't sound like Ganon.
No. But
not that matters, but
yeah, it's true. Who is Ganon's voice anyway? But with all the Blood Moon stuff happening, I think maybe because in Breath of the Wild, every however many hours of gameplay it was, Blood Moon would happen and it would respawn all the enemies. But there was never really a reason or an explanation behind. I mean, obviously, gameplay wise, we knew they had to reset the world and set everything back for whatever reason. But yeah, maybe they're making a villain out of the fact that the enemies just respawn. Maybe that's the guy.
Yeah. Do you notice how all the enemies have new horns?
Yeah.
Horny. It's gonna be a horny Zelda.
New items to collect. Yeah, but what else we got new in the trailer? So we got Link flying on some stuff in the sky. Link driving a car around.
We got a new arrow type.
Yeah.
We got him grinding. He's grinding like Sonic style, grinding on his shield.
Yeah. Breath of the Frontiers.
we got the vehicles. There's a flying vehicle and like a car trailer thing.
I don't know what it is. But
They're very Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts.
Yeah, no sign of the bicycle, the lights, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah,
you see him.
You know,
Yeah, you see him back to riding a.
It'll
Pona.
be Metroid Prime. You know what? It'll be like, oh no, he'll ride it at the start of the game. Man, I ran out of fuel. I don't know how to refill it. We'll just have to leave it by the side of the road, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still excited for the game, but I feel like this trailer didn't do a whole lot for me. It did. It felt kind of like the Twilight Princess trailer. Actually, the first one, like a little bit dark with the army marching towards him, and you had that voice being like, show no mercy, take no prisoners, or whatever the hell it was. And so, I guess they're going for a slightly darker vibe this time. But I'm telling you, man, Zelda dies.
I think you're right, Nick. Will you buy the collector's edition?
No. I know where you're going. No. Surely I feel like you have to.
What do you think of the collector's edition before you say you're gonna buy it or not? I guess Bobby said no, but what do you think?
I feel like I already know your answer to this as well. There is nothing enticing in that collector's edition that I'm like, I need it. Like there's a steel book which we already talked about that we hate. There's a steel poster which looks like it's about this big and
what is a steel poster?
Poster made of steel, I guess. Printed.
Nick, I have guesstimated it is the size of 4 Switch game cards or cartridges, cases. Sorry.
Yeah, and then what else was it? Oh, what else was there? There was like badges.
There were some pins. There's some pins,
and some art.
And there an art book, and I reckon the art book will be great. But I'll also be like, oh, cool! Look at all this artwork. This is neat. It will stay in the cupboard.
Yep, forever.
If there was a statue,
yep,
I would be like, I could be tempted.
Yep,
but there's no statue. There's some pins where we only saw one pin, and I don't care about the pins.
Yeah, or the collector's edition box, or the steelbook.
Nah, I've used my Nintendo Switch Online game voucher.
Yep,
and it is purchased and pre-ordered.
Oh, really? You already got it digitally?
But yeah. Well, I can swap it at any time up to a week before it comes out.
Oh, yeah. But
it's done.
Yeah. So I feel like we're both definitely on the same page with this collector's edition, right? It's very, very disappointing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, what about, there's one new Amiibo. One. I like that.
Yes.
I'm happy with that. Just one.
I'm also very happy with that. One new Link. I'm surprised there's not a new Zelda, because obviously, but she's dead, so it's probably why make an Amiibo when she's dead anyway. But one Link Amiibo.
I've bought the Amiibo.
Oh, already? Wait, can you buy it online?
Yeah, I just got it from JB Hi-Fi.
Ah, right, okay.
$21.
Oh, okay.
I think you'll be fine.
Still the same price. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't have sold out yet.
And they've just re-released or made available every other Zelda Amiibo. So if you've missed any, you can probably go back and buy them. I'm not going to buy any more. I feel like I've still got the ones I like.
Yeah.
And there's ones I don't like, and I feel like, no, I didn't buy them for a reason. I don't need them.
Yeah.
Until, Nick, the Amiibo functionality has been announced.
Oh, is it? I missed that.
Nick, I have 4 images in the OneDrive, but I know you can't see them.
Yes, that's right. You sent me a picture.
Depending on the Amiibo that you get, there is different sailcloths that
very
tailor
Fortnite.
to each Amiibo.
Yeah,
and the Majora's Mask one is like,
it does look good. I'm still hoping we can get treasure chest drops with like items, maybe.
I think there is an article or like information about like you'll get items in game. So it doesn't say what.
Okay.
But I think every Zelda Amiibo will still be helpful because they've just re-released all of them. So they're like, we're giving everyone the opportunity if you really want it.
Yes. No, I
But
agree.
I'm grateful there's no, like, the Guardian amiibo was like $35.
Oh, yeah, nothing like that. Just one.
Zelda
Just one
and
amiibo.
Loftwing amiibo is $35. Just one. Just one
Mm.
Link amiibo.
I'm really surprised I didn't cash in on a Zelda as well. But anyway, we've spent 10 minutes talking about Zelda. You ready to switch to something else?
Let's switch to the start of the presentation, Nick.
Oh, I don't want to switch to the start. There's one other thing I want to switch to first.
You don't want to switch to the start?
No.
Where are we going to go?
Well, as far as you said, you've already pre-ordered Tears of the Kingdom off of the Switch store.
Yes.
I have already purchased something else off the Switch store that came out today.
You mean purchase that you can play today, Nick?
Yeah, something that you can play today. If I can find it in the video. Where is it?
I told you should let me do this.
No, I got it. Found it. There it is. Countdown to re-entry.
Nick, were you... Like, it's real. Metroid Prime.
Real. It's real.
It's real. What do you think?
Mm.
Have that drink. I'll tell you what I think, people, while Nick drinks.
Yeah, go.
I've played probably 2 or 3 hours so far. It's great. It looks...
Oh, so you bought it as well?
It looks great. Yes, I
good.
bought it.
I know you would have, yeah.
I did want to talk to you about pricing and stuff, but I'll say that for later.
Okay.
I feel like there is, like, in my mind, it looks similar, but everything looks really fresh, right? Not crisp and clean. It looks fresh. And there's a whole bunch of... There's even a few segments where I'm like, did this happen in the original? Like, I cannot remember this. And it's really simple stuff like, you know how in God of War you got to hit the 3 runes?
Yes.
There is... Metroid Prime has, oh look, here is a gate. Scan 4 runes in the environment. Like, I don't remember that.
I think I had that at the start for the first mission, maybe.
What? Well, it's definitely at the start. Like, I remember that, but on the actual Talon 4 plan, like, I don't remember that at all. But it looks great. There's lots of control options.
That's good.
I was contemplating streaming it live, but you hadn't gone home yet, so I'm like, I'm ruin it for you in case something came up.
Still at work. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm just keep going on about it, but I'm like, damn, I'm over scanning, but I must scan everything because that is the gamer, and that's how you unlock artwork and 3D models and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Nick, you've seen the trailer. You bought it. It was enough?
Bought it straight away. Absolutely. Metroid was one of the first. Well, we've talked about this before, but one of the first games I had on my GameCube that you stole instantly on my birthday. And
yes, we've spoken about that one. But go back and look through another podcast about the games that made us, or remembering the GameCube to hear that story. Don't reveal it here, Nick. Let the people find it. No one will.
But Metroid. I think that was the first Metroid I ever played, and it definitely has a special place in my heart. And watching the trailer, it's the same with all HD games that get remastered. It looks how I remember it in my mind. Like if you've ever played a remaster of any game, you're like, oh yeah, this is what the game looked like. They've done nothing to upgrade it at all. But if you go back and watch the comparison videos, they have definitely polished the crap out of this game. And it looks great.
It definitely, from my experience, it feels like when people complain about Last of Us Remake Part 1, this is exactly the same game. Like, no, they've redone, retouched, remastered.
Yes.
A whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. And I think out of the trilogy of games, this is probably the best one, or do you like 2 or 3 better?
It's the most memorable. I feel like I like 2, but 2 sort of gets bogged down between the light and the dark world, and like that you're in the dark world a lot, and you're always losing health, and it's just this sense of dread, the whole time. 3, I feel like I maybe have only played twice.
3 had a really good story and stuff, but I feel like the gameplay will get stuck in the fact that it was in the Wii era. So like to open doors, you had to like grab, pull, twist. So there's a lot of that hopefully if they remaster.
I really enjoyed the twist, the forward twist thing, but it wasn't gyro forward. The forward was based on like the Wii sensor bar, how close you are to the sensor bar or not.
Yeah,
so
that's right. But do you
anyway,
think we'll see?
We're not talking about Metroid Prime 3.
Do you think we'll see the other two remastered anytime soon?
I don't know anymore. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm happy
Yeah.
with this treatment.
Yes.
Maybe they'll go Metroid Prime 1. Metroid Prime 4 probably is a real thing now, or not. It wasn't real, but like, it's actually gonna happen.
Yep.
And I feel like this is enough. I feel like they don't need to do Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remaster. Like, they're probably like building the hype levels. They've done the shadow drop thing.
Yeah.
Let's just see how it goes. Nintendo's like, let's not waste our time on 2 and 3 yet.
I agree with you. I think you're probably right. It probably depends on how much this sells, how much the first one sells. But at the same time, they've got the assets there. Like, now they've remastered it all and polished everything. So theoretically, it'd be a lot easier to do number 2 and 3 as well with like minimal effort.
What game developers, we know exactly how it should go.
Yeah, fair. Well, I've been thinking the same with Dead Space. Like, if they've rebuilt the game from the ground up, so if they now have the engine, they have all the assets there, just make number 2 as well. Like, it'd be pretty quick for them to make number 2, I think. But
do you want to pay for number 2 and number 3?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd buy number 2 and 3 again. Yeah. Would you not?
All right. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
obviously. Well, we both bought this immediately.
Straight
Good
away.
old shadow drop.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to just be like, oh yeah, it's here and here it is. You get it now. I was not expecting a day one buy it now type thing.
And even the physical collector complainers, it's coming for them in a couple of weeks' time as well.
Yes. So
that's good.
Anyway. Yeah, sorry, I really wanted to talk about that one. That was the biggest surprise for me, and I was bursting to talk about that one. But yes, I agree. We should probably go to the start of the show. You want to take us away, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
What was the start of the show?
Yeah, Nick, the start was Pikmin 4! Woohoo!
Pikmin 4!
We are the Pikmin channel. Yes. We are the Pikmin kings, and we played the most Pikmin out of anyone on the planet. Definitely we're Bingo Battle champions. Nick, I will alert you to this. The Nintendo Switch eShop page does say 1 to 2 players.
Oh, yes.
But that's it. There's no indication of Bingo Battle or online or versus multiplayer. It just says 1 to 2 players.
There's no way the game won't have a versus mode. Like,
I'm sure it will.
I mean, number 1 didn't, obviously, but 2 and 3.
They'll research player data and they'll go, who are these 2 losers that play this game for 400 hours, at 24 hours at a time?
Who tries to get the counter? Who tries to see if the counter goes over 99? Who ends up having 200 matches of Pikmin?
I think we've got... So Pikmin 4 has 3 new captains. There's a brand new spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
There is 1 new Pikmin type revealed so far.
Yes.
And there is 1 adorably cute, not Pikmin, some dog thing.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? So you like that?
I think the dog is super cute, but now I feel like that's the gimmick. And they're going to rely on the dog to solve puzzles or do whatever. And I'm like, well, I'm here for the Pikmin. Like, the dog's cool. And the dog, I will love the dog. I know I will, but it's not a Pikmin.
Yeah, like I after watching the trailer with the dog, I was like, if you're gonna make something like this, first of all, it's not a Pikmin. So you could have made because all the other Pikmin stand on 2 legs, right? You could have made an all fours. I'm not sure what the word is for that, but a creature that walks around on all fours Pikmin. Could have been a charge Pikmin or something like that. Like runs around and bashes things with its head. Just something other than they've just put a dog in a Pikmin game, which works as an enemy but not as a ally.
I do like how they swim. They climb on board the dog.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly.
They swim across the water.
Yeah, there's no denying that the dog is cute as hell. But as far as Pikmin goes, I'm not. It just doesn't. I'm looking at it in the trailer now, and it just doesn't look right. It just looks weird. I don't know. Are you on board with the dog or?
I think the dog's cute. I'm sure I love the dog.
Yeah.
It's not a Pikmin, so mixed feels, but I'll take it. I don't hate it.
Yeah. The colors are off, but it kind of looks like a smushed Django. Like if he wasn't long, if you squished him.
It's really just a little poochie.
It's poochie.
Right?
Yeah, it's
it
poochie.
is poochie.
Yeah.
There's a new Pikmin type, Nick. Ice. I thought it was just like, oh, here's rock Pikmin, but they're colder.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm like, rock Pikmin are still in the game. Like, I don't know if they're in the trailer, but they're in the key art. Like all the Pikmin are, so none are missing, which is like I appreciate that. They're all still there.
Yep.
But I feel like Ice is like, oh, okay. I don't think anyone saw Ice coming.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they went with it. Like, do you reckon sitting in a boardroom like, oh, what kind of Pikmin should we add? This. Nah. What about Ice? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, we'll go with that. And a dog. Yes, a dog.
I thought there would be green Pikmin.
No, they can't do that to me. I can't have red and green Pikmin in the game. It would ruin. Can you imagine? It would ruin Pikmin for us forever. Okay.
What about the perspective has changed, so it's a lot closer and a lot lower to the ground.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that.
You know, when you zoomed in on, Pikmin 1 and 2 was pretty ugly. Pikmin 3 was like a lot better, but I was a bit worried it might be like, those ground textures are like too close or too ugly. But I think it looks fine, and I like seeing the distance. It makes the levels feel really big, look really big.
Yeah. No, I agree. I hope you can still change the camera angle. Like all Pikmin games, you can go and I think there's like 3 or 4 ranges of distance. But yeah, watching this trailer with the camera as close as it is, it looked really cool and it felt really, I want to say immersive, but I felt more engaged or more like, you're down at their level and it's, I did like that. I felt like I was more with the Pikmin instead of, I guess, controlling them from a distance type thing. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, like I don't have much more else to say. Like, cool, the game is coming.
Yeah.
It'll be a great adventure game, I think. I hope so, and I hope it's got multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I need like. Pikmin's not like a trailer. You're like, oh my god, that trailer was incredible. Like,
yeah.
Cool. I know enough. It's coming. I've already bought it. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
On that one, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to buy it. Yeah. There's not much more to say about Pikmin.
Before we get on to the handheld side of things.
Yes.
Nintendo has priced all 3 major games all differently. And there's a whole bunch of, kerfuffle on the internet about Legend of Zelda Tears of Kingdom is $70, right? PS5 and Xbox games in America are also $70, but Nintendo Switch games have been $60. For us in Australia, Tears of the Kingdom is $89, the same price as Breath of the Wild. Nothing has changed for us, but
isn't that's $10 more, isn't it? Isn't Breath of the Wild 79?
No, if you look on the eShop today, Breath of the Wild is $89. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is $89, and for some reason, like Xenoblade 2 is $89, but Xenoblade 3 is $79, and weird stuff like Pokken Tournament and Fire Emblem Warriors are also $89. So it's a bit weird, but so let's pretend we're American. Would you pay the extra $10 for Zelda?
Kind of stupid ass question is that?
You would. I know, but it's interesting. So my other bit is cool. Zelda's more expensive in other regions. Same for us. We'll buy it. I bought it. You will.
Yep.
Pikmin is the standard price.
Yep.
Metroid Prime. You said you bought it. Were you happy with the price of $60 Australian?
I would have been happy with 50, I think. But 60 is like I would have been happy with 50. Would have been ecstatic with 40, and 60 is just like it's just a bit too much. Yeah.
I honestly thought, I'm same with you. $49, I would have been like, this is the perfect price, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I honestly thought, Nintendo remastered the game I thought it would have been, full price, 79, 90, 95 or whatever. I'm like,
Right, okay.
I was kind of shocked that it was only 60 Australian dollars.
Yeah, so it's still like, what, I guess $10 less than other full retail price games?
Yeah, well, I guess if we go by American pricing, $60 standard, it's $40 US dollars. So, well, it's $20 less for both of us, really. Both American and Australian dollars. I was just surprised that it was cheaper than full price.
Yeah, I think Metroid Prime, the first one, I'm still happy paying the $60 for it. Well, not overly happy. Like a 50 would have been that sweet, perfect. Yep, nailed it. But I'm not angry about 60. But I think if they remake 2 and 3, I will wait for them to be like 10-20% off sale one day, and then I'll buy 2 and 3, I think, and then spend $50 on those ones instead of the 60. I'd like to think I have that level of self-control, but I'll probably just also buy it straight away. I don't know.
Well, I feel surprised I didn't want or feel overly compelled for the special edition, so I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
For Zelda.
But well, I'm agree. I'm probably proud of myself as well for not wanting the limited edition Zelda one, but also at the same time so disappointed with just how like lackluster it is.
It made it easier. Like I can the metal. I feel like I like the metal poster idea, but I could also just print or obtain a poster for a lot cheaper.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
what else was there on the direct? We've got some sort of
there's a final one, but
yeah,
there's a whole bunch of filler.
Yeah.
Like, did any of the fluff excite you?
No.
We got fashion designer. We got
full disclosure.
Ghost Trick.
I didn't watch the full direct. I literally just watched your video, and everything that you skimmed through, I was like, "Yep, Samba de Amigo, skip through fashion game, skip through some sort of detective game, skip through Cheshire."
Dead Cells is coming soon. Actually, I'll buy that on. That's only $15.
Yeah,
Dead Cells Castlevania expansion.
You seemed confused by the Splatoon 3 expansion pass, which neither of us are going to get. I don't think. I don't think either of us are excited about that.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's why you seem so confused.
Like, do you know? Do you know?
No, I do not know what it is.
It feels like it's like the original game's area, but it didn't say like there was new levels. And so anyway, I don't know if there's an Octo expansion style. I will then buy it because I enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. But I don't know. There was Fire Emblem stuff. There was Octopath Traveler 2.
Yeah.
Looks like PS1 RPGs, Etrian Odyssey or something, maybe.
Some Mickey Mouse goofy game, which you did the same reaction as I did. I was like, ugh.
Are you going to get Advance Wars?
Nah,
I'm not going to get it either. You're going to get Kirby's Dream Land Deluxe?
Nah. I still need to play that other Kirby game that you want to...
The other one, I swear, is... makes me so happy.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to give it to me, and I will play it. I will play it. Before the year's done...
I can give it to you, actually. I can give it to you. It's physical.
Yes,
Nick, the big one, which starts at 29 minutes for you in 40 seconds, I think. If you're looking for it. Actually, no, too soon.
It is...
27 minutes.
47 minutes. Maybe because the first 20 minutes are filler.
You're looking at the totally wrong video than I am.
Probably.
Then that won't help you. Surprise! Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games are here.
Yeah, and Game Boy Color.
What did you think?
Look, everyone's been I think everyone's been saying this should have been there from the start, but it's everything right. It's like it could not be more. It almost feels like an Xbox decision, like a decision that Microsoft would make, because there's
for the players, for the gamers, or whatever.
For the gamers, because it's at no extra cost if you already have the Nintendo
base
plus, like a Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion. I still have just the normal Nintendo Switch Online, but if you get the expansion, you get 64 games, and now in addition to that, for no extra cost, you get Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, which is really good.
Yeah, you don't get the Game Boy Advance games.
I don't.
No, you said you got Nintendo Switch Online, which allows multiplayer cloud games.
Yes,
and NES, SNES, and Game Boy.
Yes.
If you've got Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack, you get 64, I don't know, Sega crap, and Game Boy Advance games. So there is a divide. If you're a base tier or premium tier subscriber, but I feel like they've done the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm not ecstatic about Game Boy games, but cool.
Yeah.
They're there. The Game Boy games have Game Boy Color filters built into them, so they don't look absolutely ugly and terrible if you don't want them to.
Yep.
And I feel like the Game Boy Advance is cool. Like, there's so many good Game Boy Advance games that they can sort of drip feed that for the next 2 years.
Yep.
Oh my god, 2 years of Switch. They can drip feed that and keep a lot of people happy, I think.
Yes. Look, it's still. I'm glad it's there, but it's also not for me. I still have no. Even with GoldenEye coming out, which I was like, that's really cool. That's really great that that's there. I still have no desire to buy the expansion plus and play the old Game Boy games and old stuff. There was a lot of nostalgia. I really did like seeing the old Kirby game, which I had on my Game Boy. And like the Pokemon trading card game, I played a lot of that as a kid. The old Warrior game they're adding, like Mario Kart, the Metroid games on there, and it's just it's cool that they're there. Like the Mario and Luigi Superstars, which is still the intro song for our podcast now. Lots of great memories there. But Minish Cap, I still have no desire to.
Have you played Minish Cap?
Yeah. I borrowed it off you.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is here. I feel like you're right. It's probably a bit too late. They should have done it sooner.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I feel like the value for the premium one is or will be there. And like I'm okay with it being, here's every Switch game ever, like Game Pass and PlayStation. Like I'm okay with it being different. Like Nintendo, they charge a bit less. I'd like to be less, but not as much as the other two. And they're offering like a different type of thing, and they're pulling on your nostalgic heartstrings.
Yeah.
And this is the way to do it. Like GameCube, as much as people want GameCube games, they take up a lot of memory and space compared to these GBA and Game Boy games, which like probably a couple megabytes the most each, right?
Yeah.
Where they can just go, bam, and here they all are in one app. Play them to your heart's content.
Yeah. Although this thing, we're not far off. I wouldn't be surprised if I would still hope that we get a GameCube Mini, because now that we've got the 64 online, we don't need a 64 Mini. But I would love. Can you imagine a GameCube Mini? Just like a little.
It's so cute. It's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen. Well, not in the next couple of years anyway. Maybe wait like 10.
Well, Nick,
years.
We just paid $60 for one GameCube game.
Yeah, we did. Oh god. But there's still so many games that are locked to the GameCube that I'd still love to see. Like bring an F-Zero back, bring Beautiful Joe back, which I guess that was on PlayStation as well. But I'd love to see Beautiful Joe again one day. Tales of Symphonia I'm getting this month. I'd like to think I have time for that somewhere.
You don't. That was in the direct. That was in the direct. It didn't look great.
Yeah, but I'm keen to have it digitally and on my Switch. And anyway. I'm glad the Game Boy stuff's there. Was there anything else we're talking about?
I reckon that's it. I think we've covered all the big core Nintendo stuff. There was a little bit of sizzle reel stuff in between. They made me wait a long time for Zelda. Like there was all this extra crap I didn't care about.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's it.
No, I agree. I don't know. People, if the 5 people that watch this will be like, you didn't talk about Xenoblade or the Monkey Ball dance rhythm game, or I don't know, these other stuff that we unfortunately it's just games we don't care. Yeah, just games we don't care
Nick,
about.
was there anything you think was missing from the direct?
No, we got like I was still really like I knew. Well, I suspected we would see Pikmin. And I suspected we'd see the Zelda trailer. The Metroid was a surprise.
They were a given, yeah.
Yeah, and the Metroid was a surprise, and so was the Game Boy games. I go again, not like it's good for people that want it, for old people that like old games, or young people that want to go back and play the old games. But I have no desire to go back and play them. So
I've played all the Game Boy games for a couple of minutes. I'm like, cool, that was neat.
Yeah, but apart
That's
from but apart from that, like, is there anything coming out on Switch that we're looking forward to besides Pikmin and Zelda now? Like, is there
Metroid Prime 4? No, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what was missing, Nick? What was missing? Mario Odyssey 2. There is a Mario game, and there is no Mario video game tie-in. Like, they've missed their opportunity. They're not going to announce Mario Odyssey 2 next month. Like, nothing to do with there's nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah, when was the last Mario game? What was the last Mario game? Was it like the triple collection
Mario
of the 64
Odyssey.
games?
Oh, yeah. That was during COVID, I think.
Yeah. I wonder if I included those on my my games I played list for the year, because I don't know if I included those 3 games now that I think about it.
Did you play them, though? I thought you hate jumping.
I played all 3, because I played all 3. So I'd never finished them. I'd played them back in the day, but I'd never finished the 64 one, the Mario Sunshine, or the first Mario Galaxy. Galaxy 2 I finished, not number 1.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Next,
Anyway,
I think that's it.
You want to take us out?
Yeah, sure, why not? If you like us, if you like Nintendo, we are Nintendo fans, let us know by giving us that thumbs up, because that makes us feel good. And you're probably not going to watch this, but just like leave a comment about anything to do with the Nintendo Direct, and we'll respond. And we'll tell you you're right, your opinion. I guarantee it. We'll say something nice. Yeah. I promise. You can find us on youtube.com/Nick&Jeff. Sometimes we post a little bit to Facebook, but probably not really. And on all the podcast places, so you can listen to us, so you don't have to watch us.
Also, don't forget to get your John Boston Golden Ale at your local bottle shop and whatever Jeffrey's drinking.
I don't even know if it's got a name. Vodka, soda, and I think that's the name.
Get your local vodka, soda, and it's funny.
Yeah, I'd rather be sponsored by Gatorade. See you later, Nick. Love you.
Love you too, Jeffrey. Bye, everybody.